Hey yo everybody, welcome back to a special guide brought to you by your friend Lyssa. This time we are focusing on one, if not the most annoying commander we have to date, Hunter. Now, back to the topic. I know, this commander sounds powerful on release, but hey, where have we heard that before? Yeah, we said the exact same thing about the last 6-7 commanders. So, today I'll give you some advice on how to obliterate the battlefield with her and also how to deal with her when she's on the other side. Ability 1 Passive Skill. Start of turn, deploys a Chaser Dog with 150 attack and 200 health at max level in the first row. This is her core ability, and honestly, pretty much the only one you need to win most matches. At the start of every turn, a Chaser Dog will appear randomly on an empty cell in your first row. Worth mentioning, the dogs are labeled as Syndicate, which means great synergy with other meta Syndicate units, but we'll get to that later. First, let's talk about Chaser Dog abilities. Yes, they received some nerfs a few days ago, but trust me, they are still more than strong enough. Ability 1 Inherit ability, one multi-attack instead of the two we had before. Simply but deadly. This means each dog attacks twice per turn. In an infection comp where attacking is the trigger, this ability becomes absolutely mandatory. Ability 2 Applies Commander Infection, 81 at max level, to the enemy commander. Previously 100 damage. Where do I even start? Just the fact that you can directly apply a debuff to the enemy commander is already massive. Cyrex flashbacks. Now imagine this triggering every time your allies hit an enemy unit. Yeah, sounds fun, right? Infection keeps stacking every turn every time a dog spawns or dies. So you won't even have time to blink before infection reaches 500 plus damage. This alone combined with the dog's multi-attack hits like a truck, without even deploying a unit. Yeah, balance, right? Ability 3 Enemy is attack reduces the attack of one random enemy with buff attack for 185 at max level. In simple terms, every time you attack, you apply attack reduction from a random enemy. Important note, it only applies on buffed attack units. Once all buff attack is gone, it stops reducing. The ability says, enemy is attacked, so attacking the commander counts too. Okay, back to Hunter abilities. Ability 2. On turn 2, gains ability for 3 turns. Enemy appears, applies 600 infection at max level. For comparison, Zoe and Chloe applies 382 infection on spawn. Wanda applies 249 infection on activation, and even Wanda's enhanced neuron link ability only reaches 374 infection. So for a base skill, this value is way too high. And remember, it triggers on every attack you land, meaning almost any unit your opponent deploys next is instantly dead. Ability 3 on turn 5 deals 262 damage at max level to all wounded commanders 10 times. Weird ability, but here's the reality. If you have more HP than your opponent when this triggers, it's game over. That's 2620 total damage to both commanders. Combos. Do I need to? Alright, let's rip the bandage off quickly. First, Nicole. That's it. With the max Nicole and the dogs, the enemy HP disappears in a blink. I mean 3 attacks on first turn, plus 397 extra damage per attack, and now with the level 30 relationship that's plus 98 damage per attack. Yeah, good luck surviving that. Multi-attack units. Sunmi, close size big. Hunter dogs are syndicate, remember? Allowing Sunmi to gain so much attack and summon in earlier turns. Plus dogs spawn every turn, giving her a free multi-attack stacks. Natasha, thank God she was nerfed cause already 4 attacks plus her summon damage equals opponent HP evaporates. At least now we have to deal with one less multi-attack and she can no longer gain attack buff after killing a model. Harper, you want the game to end even faster, she's your girl. She will not only contribute with damage to the enemy commander each time their opponent attacks, but will also do a lot of damage by herself, especially if you gain some extra multi-attacks, since remember multi-attacks are the best friends of Hunter. To cherry on top, if you have her outfit unlocked, she grants elusive to your dogs for 1 turn, making them even harder to deal with. Less effective and slower multi-attack units are Alicia with outfit, at least 2 attacks with her plus clearing up the enemy board and extra damage if she gets hit. Celia can also be a great addition, especially when playing alongside Brooke Android and other attack boosters. Victoria, she needs some time to build up since her multi-attack steams are random. She's a bit slow but still functional. Regina also needs time to scale, but she compensates with healing, which can help you survive longer games. Ragnek with her outfit on, and Sarah. Both can work, but they require specific situations to really shine. Rose. Every time your allies, especially your dogs, attack, they will earn extra attack boost, making your dogs a killing machines by their own. Salma. Long time we haven't seen her, but she can actually be good with Hunter. Especially if you also play Rose, since Salma will give a substantial attack bonus on her spawn and for every other free mage you summon after. Weird but works when you need a fast attack boost for your dogs, especially if your opponent plays some attack reduction units. Genie. Her damage ability will trigger a lot since you will have an extra free unit every turn. Plus you will have extra attack boost every turn thanks to her model. Faye. She can give some attack boost to your syndicate units every turn. In this case your dogs. Extra multi-attack on summon plus more infection to enemy melee units. Orin. She can give a huge amount of attack to your units. If you have her outfit unlocked, even better. It gives you more time to safely build your combo before going all in. Naomi, when she starts killing units, she gives massive attack bonuses to your allies. Since you almost always have at least one dog on the field, you can easily end up with a high attack free unit that snowballs the game. Infection units. Bea, core unit for infection comps. Although you might not even need her. But she works really well to double down some damage to your opponent top. Zoe and Chloe. They'll help you close out games, especially against tanky or agility units. You can either use them to clear units or just attack the enemy commander directly and end the match immediately. Your choice. Then we have some other synergies. Bell. Since you land a lot of attacks that reach the enemy commander, Belle and units around her stacks HP very fast. This translates into more healing each turn, helping you survive longer fights. Rain. One of the most common commanders against Hunter is Inferno. Solar Rains punishes the opponent if they dare to activate Inferno's suppression ability, letting you deal extra damage. Yumiko. She's not a rush unit, but she helps cleansing attack reduction debuffs, keeping your combo alive. Counters. One of the most common counters you can use against Hunter is Omega. She will reduce Dog's attack to 0 on spawn, immediately shutting down their pressure. And if you add a Pixie to the mix, even better, cause she will stun every other dog and enemy unit on the spawn even if you can't stun a unit in your turn, thanks to the attack reduction ability from Omega. You can use one the commander with them too, to help you stun dogs on their first attack thanks to Wanda's first ability, and it will also help you slow down the rush attacks on your commander for a while. Inferno, she can work with the same combo or even by herself. Her suppression triggers before Pixie's stun, meaning dogs and other non-immune units get suppressed and stunned immediately on summon. Even alone, she can stop the Hunter combo for some turns with her suppression skill. Casey, almost same mechanic as with Pixie. She can reduce dog's attack to 0 on spawn and blind most of the enemy units on the field. Cinta. She cleanses accumulated infection for your commander on spawn, and if conditions met, she can destroy every dog on the enemy field, gain massive attack, and finish the match. With her outfit unlocked, she can also deal damage whenever your side triggers healing, which is just a bit unfair. Selena, especially if you have her outfit unlocked and in a Marcella camp. She can help you clear out the enemy dogs easily and heal you in the process. Aurelia Commander punishes the opponent with recoil damage for every attack on your commander. Add a Harper, and your opponent ends up dealing more damage to themselves than to you. Sky makes this even better. She gives resistance to your commander, healing for each of your attacks, and electrocute, causing dogs to kill themselves when attacking. Tora, it can help you slow down the damage on your commander and survive the multi-attack spam. Naomi, after surviving enough turns with the mentioned units, Naomi can clear dogs on spawn, wipe the enemy field, and completely turn the match around. Lyssa, not exactly a counter, but she can clear out the field for you. Lucretia with her outfit on. Although it's a bit slower and situational, she can give agility to your unit so enemy dogs can't hit them, meaning no infection damage dealt. Brittany, in some scenarios can help you to destroy enemy dogs on the spawn, but take note playing Brittany can also be dangerous for you against Hunter, because you will be adding more infection stacks against you. And she is the perfect punching bag to hit since she will almost never dies. Bloom, same as Brittany almost. She can help you to kill dogs on spawn, but remember that's not always good against a hunter comp. Ginny, probably a better option than Brittany or Bloom. She will also clear enemy field, heals you if she is attacked, and deals damage to your enemy commander if a unit dies. Asha works in the same way as Omega almost. She will reduce dog's attack to 0 most of the times. Now talking about best unders for Hunter comp will be Audrey, since you will be earning a lot of attack thanks to your extra free unit every turn, plus she can counter the attack reduction in some way, since your units will be earning some attack back before they attack. Agnes, remember the Nicole plus Agnes combo? Well, that combo have improved with the ducks. Yeah, you can practically end the match in 2 turns with this. Third under will depend on you. You can play whatever fits you the best for your comp.
Now let's see some comps. Pretty easy first comp will be the rush one. So we have Nicole, Rose, Sumi, Natasha, Naomi, Salma, Harper, and Ravenna just in case you want to heal. Although with this comp you are mostly going to do damage as fast as you can to win in the less turns possible.
You can also try a more defensive comp if you want to win against other hunters, especially if you got the second turn. So Nicole, Rose, Sumi, and Naomi for damage, Ravenna or Belle for healing, Tora for sustain, Omega and Pixie for counter. You can also add a Casey instead of one of their damage units if you want, or instead of Belle. And that's gonna be it for today's guide on Hunter, a commander that proves balance is still on vacation. Drop a like if this guide saved your sanity, subscribe if you want more strategies before they get nerfed, and let me know in the comments, are you playing Hunter or are you emotionally damaged by her? Either way, thanks for watching. That's it for today's video. See you next time. Bye!